The Blues and to get bounced. They talk.
Crystal Palace, it seemed like they just found a new mojo.
So Wisdom is not here.
Now the match give a fever now. The match don't give a fever.
The world champion thing and this entry ahead. How can you be a world champion in a competition that 4 people in a room played?
Football Banter.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, it's Football Banter. And we're back. Remember, in the last episode, we told you about the opening of the EPL. And we're back with some amazing results to talk about what happened in the weekend. Coach, what was your highlight on the weekend? What match was your highlight in the weekend?
They don't put pot for fire now, so everybody they wait to see you who don't go first done. Premier League don't start, Sha. And we know about one stubborn grasshopper that actually moved me. They call it Crazy Palace. Not Crystal Palace, I mean Crazy Palace.
Yeah.
I think say Chelsea them with this one mouth, Chelsea go win, Chelsea go do that. Hope when I don't see who they call Crazy Palace. I wish you know well, Sha.
So Crystal Palace Chelsea was your game. What about you, Ibuka? What was your game?
My game. Actually, the game I enjoyed was I enjoyed Manchester City's game against Wolves. I enjoyed Tijani Reiners. That guy was a joy to watch.
Yeah.
It was beautiful.
Well, looking at the games, the matches played so far, it's really been fun. It shows that this season is there's a lot in store. The season is cooking. But the match for me, of course, the match of the weekend, Arsenal, Manchester United.
That was the match of the weekend. I was looking at other games. That one is a special match. You understand?
Yes.
That was a super Sunday game.
Yes, but before we go into that special match, let's talk about the fixtures. We saw Newcastle draw against.
First of all, Liverpool.
Yeah. Okay. Oh, Liverpool.
The very sweet opener.
Was that sweet? I actually wanted them to lose or draw.
No. It's not what you need. But the game.
That was your feeling. That was what you wanted.
That was just a perfect.
But if you look at the Liverpool game,
the perfect opening.
It was a big comeback. It was a big comeback for both teams. I think we saw that's what we mean by Premier League games.
Guys,
that was a Premier League game.
They summarized the whole league in one game.
We saw Liverpool leading 2-0 and later on 2-2. And we saw Liverpool thinking about what happened with them against Crazy Palace. And they decided to bounce back, But the second goal of this Bournemouth guy.
Semenyo.
God, Jesus, this was mind-blowing, man. It's been long. We saw that Alison Baker was actually a photographer taking the shots of it. You know when the photographer poses to take a shot. When he takes supposed to do chakam. That was what we saw. It was good. It was good. Shy. It was a nice game. Liverpool's game was a big opener for the
games. I was quite impressive with how Liverpool came in with eventually wrapped up that match. Of course, it's Liverpool, defending champions. You should expect them to dig in deep, especially with the money they've also spent in the summer. But moving on now to the crux of our conversation, which is Manchester United, Arsenal.
No. Before we get there, Ebuka said it's a special match with a lot of football analysis for banter, because it's football banter. So we use, analysis to banter whatever it is, so that it should be fact-based. Before we get to that match, Mr. D, let's look about the Blues.
Yes, let's talk about the Blues too.
The Blues.
The Blues, they to get bounced. They talk anyhow.
The talk anyhow.
I know I've been asked Wisdom. So Wisdom is not here.
Now the match give a fever now. The match don't give a fever.
I wish him well. But I asked him. I said, "Are you sure that your team is not just giving you guys high hopes, or this is the time to do it?" And he said, "They know that they will do it."
You know the world champion thing and this entry ahead. How can you be a world champion in a competition that 4 people in a room played?
And approach. Ever play against any tough opponent. The only tough opponent where you play now, opponent where you don't win the whole Europe. You don't tire. Fatigue don't beat them. PSG. Fatigue don't tire. PSG. Man, no matter look and critical you. You cannot play more than 70 matches in a season. I mean, player on post to post over and over.
And winning all of them.
No ever rest. The one, do not want no ever rest. Don't ever rest. You understand?
Even against Tottenham, you could see that they were still trying to recover.
And they didn't play against a nonsense club.
They played
against a no nonsense club, top teams. In likes of Madrid, likes of Liverpool in the Champions League, likes of Aston Villa, Arsenal, all those.
These are the strongest teams
Chelsea
in
play.
Europe.
Chelsea go for UCL, the other UCL Conference League. Go hold small. They call one away to Federica, call Malmo, call those small clubs. The way they for some small countries. Hold and beat them. Then Congo win this thing. A club World Cup they make. They don't enter their brain, but they go see where they happen.
Well, I understand them because it's not easy seeing their club from where it was to where it is now. So no, they were not actually in the right. Come on. We all know what happened to Chelsea.
What happened to Chelsea?
Suffered.
We don't refuse that one. We don't refuse that Chelsea did not suffer. But we are saying that make them know how to make noise. I don't tell them Chelsea fan them.
They are just being football fans.
Everything way white for inside pot they call and rice. Make a tell now. No be anything white inside pot they call and rice.
The truth is
too much noise. The truth everywhere.
The truth is it got to their head and maybe they might not have looked at reality because I know that their team is a very good team and at the end of the day maybe later on they will actually achieve more than what they have now. So, but I feel the fans to actually take it slow, Despacito.
Enzo Maresca.
They can't take it slow anymore because they've tasted victory, especially with the Conference Cup. Anything Cup and Chelsea, it enters their head. So they won the Conference League and then they won the Cup.
London Commander.
Yeah, they won the Club World Cup, so you can't ask them to take it slow anymore. And that's the problem. That's the problem. Chelsea wants it. The fans want it now.
That's why they break the bank. That's why they break the bank.
That's why they've signed 49 players in 4 years.
How many? Which club don't do it? Chelsea don't do in
49 players in 4 years.
But they don't lose mind.
49 players in 4 years.
They sold
that is rubbish. That is
that one is business.
You also kept saying.
No, but the business must go together. It must work hand in glove with the tactical.
It's going okay.
It must work hand in glove with the tactical. You don't just buy because you don't win one trophy because this that.
No,
Another
thing. Everybody keeps saying what they went through. Can you just stop? Every club goes through dark times. So stop making it look like Chelsea's time was what happened. Was Chelsea in Ukraine?
I don't know.
But they were affected.
Wait. Was Chelsea in Ukraine?
But they were affected.
Answer the question now. Was Chelsea in Ukraine? No. Good. Why were they affected? Because their owner is an oligarch, right? So the just in a bid in terms of just in a bid to kind of balance the books, or maybe I will not say balance the books, or rather justice. I don't want to say justice, but just in that guise.
Yeah, that's politics.
Yes, that's politics, not my business. But he was ripped, off. The club was taken away from him.
Yes,
right. That is management issue.
But the thing is hard.
Hold on. That's management issue. It didn't affect any on-field play because the way a club is structured, the field play does not have anything to do with management. Even though the management affects a lot of things, but the field play still remains. That's why the coach is in charge of the team. Right, so the coach is his job to keep the team sane. You don't have any business.
Mr. Duane, don't go far. Any player complains, they don't pay on salary.
Exactly.
Nobody.
I've forgotten the time that Chelsea could not find a way to pay for their bosses for trips because the players pay and a lot of things.
Barcelona had issues, financial issues that players had to take pay cuts. Even Gerard Piqué was owed for a while. A lot of them were owed. So what are you saying?
No, normal.
So no, it's normal. So don't make it look like Chelsea went through something that.
Just give me 1 minute. Make I tell how a well-structured and professional club is being run. At the beginning of the season, everything is programmed. Once they have the number of players they want, they put everybody on a payroll. The payroll is automated. It means at the end of the month, boom,
you get your
everything is there. Okay, it's not like Nyanya FC whereby you go wait him, they come count 2,000 naira, 3,000 naira, put for your hand, say take, you collect, go no, or you wait say this man go do one business for Gwagwalada, come do that one, but they carry all the money, then go put for bank, then they put it inside.
So maybe if NC happen to own now, you're not going to collect salary.
Everything
that's different.
Everything is different. You understand? So what I tell you now, say when you talk about player they come on money pay boss, now those the fallacy, now quarter talk. Quarter talk.
So we saw Arsenal for more than seasons in, seasons out could not sign a top player. We're using academy players. That was not something. So let's not think things happen in football. It's part of the game. but it's not a yardstick for saying because of where they were. Nobody, Man U has gone through their own.
So
their
what's the yardstick for Chelsea going to buy the whole market?
Well, look.
Is that
Before we
Chelsea
jumped into all this,
they forgot about
that
the
Crystal
tactical.
Palace game. Now, as we're saying, they forgot about everything. Yeah, which is
They were carried away.
But let's let's not
Ebuka, they were playing in Stamford Bridge.
yeah, but let's not forget. You see, Chelsea and Crystal Palace last season they drew all their games 1-1. Home and away.
No, let's also not forget that Crystal Palace is a top side now.
is now like a top side. They are very difficult to beat. You see, their last 3 games they played against.
Don't forget they beat Man City.
They played Man City. They beat Liverpool and this Chelsea. So this is a side that they're a well drilled side, a well organized, disciplined and well coached side.
But
You can see, and you can see that the Emirates is a very fantastic player.
Easy.
That is also
That
part of
easy.
that. And
You see where that guy fixed Rhys James? Bang, 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 bang.
apart from that, there was another player.
Why they watch the game? Now so all Chelsea fans and they're quiet.
Coach, you get that player. We've been boss man for that team, man.
When they do that, all of them became quiet.
Even Lacroix, that are defender, we just they follow Joao Pedro like say they Joao Pedro owe him money. I don't understand. Anywhere where Joao Pedro do, you follow him. If you want go toilet, he dey with him. If you want go chop, he don't like say he thief laptop. So it was a beautiful game for Crystal Palace. Actually, they did well.
No, but I think Crystal Palace is a hard not to
crack this season. Let's watch out for them this season.
Yes.
Because I believe the guys, they have the momentum, the heat is on with what they did, and the result they've achieved this while beating Liverpool and Man City. The guys are going crazy now.
They are now seeing what's possible.
Yeah.
At the end of the day, that's why when Wizzy was, Wizzy's not here, but when Wizzy was always, Chelsea, well, it's the EPL. Wait for the season, right? Forget about pre-season. Wait for the season. That's when you are going to realize that even Sunderland is going to be
Sunderland.
You know what's Nottingham?
So it is Sunderland do West Ham.
You know what's Nottingham Forest game?
I tell you.
People the ball.
So this season is going
So
to be
when I hear Chelsea fans they talk say we don't win club welcome champion this around. It's different from EPL. EPL even Nyanya FC if you find yourself in England you go home Man City beat them down.
Actually EPL.
So it's going to be very hot this season. And you talked about Man City. Wolves. Well, I don't expect anything less.
But as an opening game in Wolves in their stadium, okay, yeah, but and Manchester City
they lost most of their top players, Wolves, especially Cunha. So I don't expect them. In fact, based on different predictions for the season, there are predictions that Wolves will go on relegation.
Yeah, actually, true. But also one thing I also want to look at how Manchester City played because the fluidity, the way they played, so as if. First of all, when the game started, they were looking rusty. Normal for every team in that just played their first
except
team.
Man U.
That just played even Man U. So everybody were rusty in their.
No, Man U were not rusty. Man U fans will not agree.
In a way, so they grew into it bit by bit, and immediately they got that control in the first half. See, with the final, we saw Manchester City were all over Wolves, and there was a player that stood out, Tijani Reinhardt. On your debut in the Premier League, you got a goal, an assist, a pre-assist. And before that pre-assist, you shift person picking for field. You send and go by message. He show you your number, see my number. Oh God, that boy. That guy. That boy. And he's a midfielder that can attack, can defend, can pass, can dribble, can score. No, come on. Manchester City have a jewel in their hand. Let's watch out for that guy too this season.
Ebuka, are you saying here that because of what happened in the first play in the Man City can be a title and going for the title?
No, I'm not actually saying that for a title. I'm just saying that they played well and they were fluid in that game. And I'm excited.
Against Wolves,
they are a team that I like.
We should understand this. Some of these Premier League teams, I think there are about 3 or 4 of them. I think there or so. We have in the likes of Wolverhampton itself, Everton itself. I could say what West Ham. These are teams that peak at the mid-course. Yeah. They don't peak at the beginning. You get it? At the beginning, they'll struggle because I think they're still struggling to blend or to bond or to whatever. But these are teams that the lessons are short. For those who are betting, don't put your money on this team. Put your money after this first segment. That's first segment. That's the first quarter of the first games. That's the first 20 games, the first quarter. Put your money after the first quarter. You find them doing it well. I know you talk to me when I go bet to. I just tell you now.
Okay, so guys, looking at the results for the first week of the EPL, it's really, really fun, and it's had lots of promises for the season ahead. So I have no doubt that the season is going to be electric. We're going to see some surprises from some of the new signings, as well as, you know, some unlikely teams that we do not see coming. They're actually going to spring up surprises like Crystal Palace. It seemed like they just found a new mojo, and we're seeing teams like Sunderland.
They're just coming back.
They are just coming back, and I think they are here to stay.
Yeah.
But let's see what the season holds. The first week, we can't say much about the first week, but keep your eyes opened. Something is cooking. We'll see in the next video.
Next episode.
In the next video. Make sure you watch the next video.
Yeah.
We are going in right now. All right? Arsenal Man U.
Football Banter.